What is up, guys? Welcome to my new video, and in today's video we have a Zero to Hero episode 3 of my Beast Mastery Hunter. Now, I made some changes. As you can see, this video is probably going to be around 12 to 13 minutes long, and I'm also going to start implementing recaps of the last episodes. But that is what we are going to do from the next part, as in the second part nothing really important happened. But what you are going to see in this part, well, let me tell you. First, you are going to see my first ever plus 10 run of this season. You are going to see a very bad weekly bolt, and you are going to see very questionable game mechanics. And with that being said, I really hope you enjoyed this one, and if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. And with that being said, let's jump straight into it. Now it's finally the time to see what have we gotten in this weekly vault. Well, I actually seen it, but you didn't, and let me tell you, it was nothing good. I didn't show you all of the things here, but basically trinkets and the chest piece that was 642 item level, which I ended up taking since it granted me for set piece. Now, first thing that I want to show you is this 10 key. We actually had some pretty good pulls, the group was very good. We did some route that I haven't seen before, but that is actually probably because the tank is good. Now, first boss, Big Mama, I think she is called, went down without any problems. As you can see, as per usual, your boy is quite struggling on that DPS meters. But if you've seen my last video, you know that I actually crafted a 675 item level using my crests to buy the gilded, or using my crest to buy the gilded thing so I can craft it. And now I haven't done any dungeons since then, but I think it's going to be actually pretty good. Now, the boss went down without any problems except me dropping low on HP almost constantly because, well, I do not have any enchantments and I am quite squishy for this. Now, what happened here, I really do not know. Like, how did we pull this and how did I take 3 million damage whilst I was flying? Actually, what hit me? So, as you can guess, your boy died here. Well, it happens. I went back and I died again. Wow, what a surprise. Now, actually, after killing all of those mobs, we made our way to Big Bada Boom boss, and it was going pretty decently until these bombs exploded. Now, I have to say, we kinda didn't have luck since I'm ranged and I can position very well to get rid of all of those bombs that were far away. But sadly, we did wipe, and then the tank went on to ride for like 3 minutes before we did another pull. Which actually almost costed us this run. Next pull, we managed to get the bosses down pretty easily. Like, I do not know, like this dungeon is kinda hard, but it's not hard if you understand what I mean. It's like in the middle, it's challenging, but it's fun challenging. This boss, extremely clean run, no one died. We did it without any problem. Of course, I did drop low on HP many times, but no one died, as I said. We went on to make some quick work of these ads and went on to the last boss, sadly timer red, and we did not manage to time this key. Legit, the wipe that we did at the second boss costed us of this being an upgrade, but we still managed to finish it. And that is, to be honest, all that I needed, since in the next weekly vault we are going to have a 662 item level reward. Now, this run, as you can see, we are only going to have 2 runs in this episode, and I'm going to do maybe like 2 to 3 runs per episode, the most interesting ones. I did many runs this week. This dungeon, I cannot really remember. All I can say to you is that we didn't start really good. First off, this dungeon, I cannot get any people to join. My key got depleted whilst doing something. I didn't deplete it because I wanted to, but because I actually think people left like 20 times. We were doing this pack and someone managed to pull the boss. And I went on to Bloodlust since the ads are already low, and you know what, why would we waste our time and just not finish the ads and go on? But actually the hunter and the warrior died. Now, against the hunter, I cannot say anything because the dude was a pumper. Like, he pumped the DPS like he was on something. But since 2 of them died, the warrior being useless, or even though on the meters here he was actually pretty decent, we went on to reset the boss. After that, just look at this, all of this AoE and this warrior is doing less DPS than the tank. Like, I know, if some of you watch my first and second episode, I am not the one to say anything about other people's DPS, because mine also isn't very best. But still, like, I play my own Fury Warrior, I'm not recording it, I play it sometimes, and it's just impossible not to do the DPS with that class, and it's also insanely fun. I went to die once before this boss, Warrior died in the middle of this boss, but that is not where the problem begins. As you can see, it's a +7 key, we still have time. We went on to clear last of the ads before the final boss. I mean, as all of you guys know, we need to clear all of them so we can, even so the boss can appear, and even if he did appear before that, it's still like you have to clear them since you are going to be on all of the 3 platforms, or let's say 2 of them. Clear that, the boss is spawning, and I'm feeling pretty good. You know, we are going to finish this, get a +1, it really doesn't matter, I just want to get some other key so I can be at 8, maybe get some items for upgrades and so on. But is that going to happen? Well, considering you saw the intro, no, it is not going to happen. Went on to pull the boss, I'm saving Bloodlust for once he is done and takes double damage, as I think that is the right thing to do. If someone is better than me and thinks it's not, I would really like to read your opinion in the comments, as I want to start implementing it in my own dungeons. Now, the first crystal spawns. The warrior firstly started on the platform above, and then he went on to run to me, and since I saw that he was stupid enough to stand there, I started running to the other. I didn't have time. And little to my surprise, the dude didn't even stand near the second one, where he took my place. And I popped Bloodlust thinking, you know, 1 ad, we are going to get him down, continue the boss. But no, we had 2 ads. Why did we have 2 ads? Because this warrior had no idea what he was doing. Like, I swear to God, why would you run to my place and then just, I don't know. And then he went on to type that he did it right. Like, bro, I don't know, you people can judge, am I stupid here or did he make a mistake? And as you can see, I did have a little breakthrough in the chat, spamming XD, because I'm really sick of this dungeon. I don't mind the dungeon, but people do not want to do it. I don't know if the gear isn't worth it, or it just always takes so long to get a party. But in the end, of course, we ended up finishing it. I mean, it's a +7, like, it's impossible to wipe here, apart from me almost dying all of the time, but the warrior actually did die. And the key got depleted, but that is not the point. The point is that we got rid of the rookery dungeon, and thankfully I was free. Now, which dungeon did I get? I cannot really see, but we did get an item upgrade, which wasn't really an upgrade. And now I see that we got actually a +6 Operation Floodgate, which I did not record, but we did do it very easily, and once again, no drop. And even if something did drop, it probably wasn't an upgrade. And that would be pretty much all for this video. Now, before I call it quits, or not call it quits, but actually end the video, I wanted to show you where we are standing with our Mythic Plus rating. Currently, we are at 1980 rating, missing only 20 for 2000. Now, I do have a +8 Theater of Pain. Will I do it? I'm not entirely sure. But as you can see, we are still standing with our highest dungeon being Operation Floodgate, level 10. There we have the Motherlord and the Cinder Brew Meadery as the lowest dungeons currently, as I hadn't gotten them since the first week. First week I did get the Motherlord, but the Cinder Brew Meadery I did not get at all as my key. Gear is looking like this. As you can see, we have 4 set pieces. Some pieces are actually upgraded. I do have Avoidance. I'm not happy either. Trinket, this one I actually got from a quest. We have this one fully upgraded, and if you saw my last video, I crafted this 675 item level gun. If you didn't, you can check it out in the description. I did a full guide how you can craft these pieces by yourself in case you are a newer player. Apart from that, I put on the Storm Rider's Fury quality 3 on it. Ring, I'm actually rocking the ring that I got, but it's really not an upgrade since it doesn't have haste, and I really need haste. As you can see, we did actually get a bit better on the haste, but we are still missing a lot of it for the rotation to be smooth as possible. Now, apart from that, the weekly vault is going to look like this. As you can see, I did 4 bosses on heroic. Maybe we actually get the trinket, but the most important part here would be very good if we manage to get a shoulder piece, as the current one that we have is 623 item level. Now, with that being said, I want to thank you all so much for watching and for supporting the series. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking, subscribing, and if you have any suggestions, you can write them in the comments. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Take care and bye.